92 under-18 second division Yarra Valley Mountain District Football League Grand Final. It's being played here at Warburton Millgrove between Powelltown in the red shorts and Seville in the blue. Promises to be a great game with both of these teams having one win, one loss throughout the season. Powelltown having the edge on Seville in the last game of the year and pipping them out in the second semi-final a couple of weeks ago. So there's only been a couple of goals between them all year and promises to be a great game. Umpires for the game, Mark Pullen, about to bounce the ball, and Steve Little, the captain of the Powelltown team. Roddy Briggs, number 6, you can see him in the middle there, runner-up in the best, third in the best and fairest last Monday night, and Brian Lovelock, number 14 for Seville. They're all ready to play now. Umpire Pullen walks in, bounces the ball, terrific bounce, really good bounce, up go the ruckman, scramble it first, number 17 in there for Seville. Fighting for the ball, Colin Kerr trying to get it out, can't get it out. Oh, a bit of a high tackle there. The umpires picked it up. No, it's going to go the other way, definitely, to a Powelltown player. Quite an obvious free kick there. Player number 18, I think it is, in the centre there. Aaron Mitzi. Terrible kick, kicks it down. It's marked by player number 7, Matt Thompson for Seville. Hasn't got out of the centre square yet. Plays on, tries to play on. The umpire hadn't called play on, though. And it was Wayne Wyman, the best and fairest for the under-18s this year in the league, encroaching over the mark and incurring a 50-metre penalty for his side. Number 1 now stands the mark, Wayne Cole. He's the vice-captain of the Powelltown team. And all of a sudden, from not getting out of the centre square, he's up within scoring distance. Puts it on its way, he's hooked it though, and it's gone through for a minor score. Umpire's obviously going to set the pattern early, call the players into line and set the pattern of football for the day. Kick out from full back. Good looking kick, goes to the far side, jostling for position. Hands up there, no mark to be taken though. Paddled along by the Seville player. Right at the wing area, looked like in danger from here. Definitely in danger against player number 16, Dennis Abbott. And player number 5 there, James Ross for Seville, is going to take the kick. Decides to centre it. Good move, looking for a centre-half forward there. Lots of jostling. Powelltown in front, coming screaming through. One of the Seville players, though, couldn't quite control the ball. Paddle along on the ground. Oh, a lot of holding in there. Yes, the player never had the ball. Good decision again. Player number 2, Darren Horn, is going to take it from the centre-half forward position. He's kicking up the hill, but he still should make the distance. He'd have to be 40 metres out from when he kicks it. Goes for the drop punt. Doesn't look as though it's got the distance. Slews off the side. Might have hit the post. No, it's gone through for a minor score. So 2 points to Seville. Doing all the attacking at this stage. Fullback decides to come this side now. He's had the call. Oh, terrible looking kick straight over the boundary line. Oh, just what they didn't need, actually. Take a little while for nerves to settle down. Tim Parker, number 18 for Seville, is going to take this kick. He won't make the distance. As I said, they're going up the hill here, Seville, to the left-hand side. Won't make the distance, but should put it, look for a lead, plays on. Yes, the lead's on. The kick wasn't good enough, though. Player number 22 there. Phil Baines tried to take possession, couldn't it? This looks like Wyman kicking around. Intelligent kick. Spears it into number 2, Graham Briggs. He's going to centre it. Not much on for him there. Big player there, number 3. Looks as though he's pushing him out and making position well. Dustin Pearson, good mark. Powelltown into attack for the first time. The Leeds are coming from full forward. Up they go. Couldn't take possession there. Wyman again. Clever play. Paddles it on. Well, player number 24 there, I think it was. Jared Edwards couldn't make good of the ball there. It gets very scrambled. I think the umpire's going to have to ball it up. So it's down towards centre-half forward for Powelltown. Umpire's bouncing the football again. Now Seville gets a passage of play going. Kick it out this side. Players on his own end here. Oh, drops an easy mark. I think he'd had the ball spent before he got it. Player number 18, Tim Parker. But he makes good of it and kicks it up there to a big pack. Oh, a juggling mark. Not paid there. Player number 22, Phil Baines, gets the ball. It's smothered well, though, by player number 6, Roddy Briggs, and picks it up, follows up well, kicks it into position, and a good mark's taken. Powelltown look good then out of defence. Kicks it over here to Mark Wales, takes the mark. Oh, a bit of a push and a shove. Not necessary, young fella. Just take your kick. Got to settle down quickly, both of these sides, if they're going to make good of the first quarter. And here it is. It's Briggs again. Graham Briggs picks it up, tries to do something with it. Free kick there in the back. I think it was Seville player was interfered with. Yes, he's going to take the free kick from the centre-half back position. 1, 2, 3, several jumpers on this side. But Dennis Abbott comes in and actually takes a good mark. He was outnumbered 3-1 then. Did well to make the ball and then take the mark. Decides to centre it. His Powelltown player there on his own. Interfered with, no free kick. Paddles it out, good play. Makes it into distance. Everyone jumps on the Powelltown player. They're looking for a free kick and I think he's going to get it. Yes, once again a very obvious free kick. It's young Wyman again, Wayne Wyman. Kicks it over there to player number 15, I think it was. Eddie Abbott spears away at goal but hooks it and it's gone through for a minor score. Played on well, had plenty of time to steady there but couldn't quite put it through for a score. Kicks out to this side and it's Matt Thompson. Takes the mark on the half-back flank. Deciding to play this side. Oh, bad play, kicking into the man on the mark. Wyman working his way through there. Couldn't make good of it. The umpires pick something up though. Well, he's putting himself in. He's going to get the frick. He seemed to play on from in front of the mark and then got tackled from behind, got pushed in the back, and then the Powelltown player got pushed in the back and he throws it onto the ground. It should have been 50 metres. The umpires weren't watching the ball there, but play goes on quickly. There's a lead from full forward. And number 3, I think it is, Dustin Pearson, has taken a good mark and he's going to have a shot for goal. Shouldn't have any trouble with the distance. Looks like a goal. We'll put it down to him. First blood to the Powelltown side. Dustin Pearson kicks their first goal.
Come on, Dennis, run!
Yes, well, a comedy of errors then. Looked like 2 or 3 rather indifferent free kicks that were either paid or missed there. But play carried on. Went down. Dustin Pearson on a good lead from about 30 metres out on a 75-degree angle. Kicks it through for Powelltown's first goal. So it's Seville 2 points to Powelltown 1-1. Steve Little, the umpire, coming in to bounce the ball. There's an infringement. He never gets a chance to bounce the ball. I think it's going to go to Seville. No, the boundary umpire is running one way and calling the other. Now he's got it right. So it's player number 26, Mark Wales, the big ruckman, going to take the free kick for Powelltown. It must have been against Seville in the centre square there. Good mark there to Powelltown. Seville, I should say. Matt Thompson centres the ball. Finds a player, plays on cleverly. Big kick, right to centre half forward. Player number 2 there, Darren Horn, looks around. He sees he's got plenty of room and takes an uncontested mark at the true centre half forward position. He'll be 35 metres out when he takes this kick. Good looking kick, but it slid off the side of his boot. The pack goes up. It hasn't made the distance, but it's off hands and rushed through for a behind. So Seville got it up there rather quickly, did it easily. Big fullback for Powelltown, kicks it out there. Briggs situated himself under the ball, couldn't get it out. 22 doing some hard work there. Phil Baines gets it out to the big fella in Clint Cooper. Oh, in they go. 3 of them went down. Oh, a scoop off the ground. The umpire couldn't have seen that. 22, Phil Baines. Handballs on to number 13. Luke Dobson paddles it down in front of the players. There's a scramble at the full forward position there. Nothing could eventuate, and the umpire's going to have to ball it up. Umpire pull him. Beautiful bounce. Up it goes, and the fullback does the ruck work. Knocks it out. Seville player in front there. Look to get a push in the back. Daniel Rice, is it? No, player number 3, Jamie Sangster. Jamie Sangster will be able to have a shot for goal there. He'd have to be 45 metres out when he kicks. Probably too far out. They're telling him to have a shot, but I think he's too far out to make the distance. Yes, tried to put too much into it. It slid off the side of his boot and gone out of bounds in the right forward pocket for Seville. So Seville seem to be doing a lot of the attacking, but can't quite get it through for a major at this stage. Shane Warner, the boundary umpire, throws it in. Ruck work, no one got a decisive ruck knock out there. Player number 13 it was, Luke Dobson, got it out, but only as far as the fullback for Powelltown. Been doing some good work down there. Spears it out here towards Briggs. Oh, looked like a good mark from where we were. Yeah, definitely a good mark. Graham Briggs. Puts his boot into it, comes right down to the wing, right in front of the grandstand. Oh, the Powelltown player up. Number 3 couldn't quite take it. Number 5 from Seville was held. Number 26 got one in the back, and the umpire picked that up. That was another easy one. Mark Wales Big fella got one square in the back. Plenty of calls for Whaler. Kicks it down to the flank position. No one can take a mark down there. Very scrambly. I think the umpire's going to have to ball it up unless there's a free kick in there, and he will. Powelltown 1-1, Seville 2 points. And throwing it up in that area. Must be very wet after all the rain we've had this week. Player number 15 there, Eddie Abbott for Powelltown. Couldn't get it out. Very scrambly again. They're going to have to do something. Oh, yes, clever play. Kicks it off his boot, the Seville player number 10, Drew Cummings. But it only finds the boundary line. Big pack of players there. It's very congested at the moment. Boundary umpire Michael Allison-Jones throws it in. Powelltown trying to get out. He looked as though he was held there. I don't think the umpire could see it though. Player number 15, Eddie Abbott, kicks it out. But only as far as the half-forward flank where there's been infringement picked up by the umpire. And it's going to go to Graham Briggs. Doing some good work. Been in plenty of the action early, Graham Briggs. One of their star players that Seville's going to have to negate. He's too far out. Yes, the ball seems to have got rather heavy and rather slippery rather early. But it's certainly cleared out from the defence by the Seville line, only as far as the half-forward flank, and it gets pushed out over the boundary line for another throw-in. The sun's out. We haven't seen it for about 6 days, and it looks as though it may be clearing up. We could have a good game of football here with dry conditions. The ruck work. No one can get it out. Paddle along, number 6 there. Roddy Briggs, the captain, trying to get it out. Couldn't. Being paddled along. Well, good play by the Seville player. He followed it all the way around, made good distance. Yes, that was good work there by Seville to get it up towards the wing position. Apart from the one goal that Powelltown scored about 5 minutes ago, the Seville defence is holding true and doing a very good job at this stage. Oh, the boots went in there when the hands were down on it. Nothing called. Player number 8 there, Richard DeSallo. Kicks it up towards the wing area. The race is on. There's going to be a clash. Oh, down they go. Strong work there by the Powelltown player to put the big Seville man down. Good work. Down they go again. Yes, that was right on too. Oh, they're going in hard now. Here's another clash coming, I think. Oh, he looked as though he's pushed in the back. He's trying hard. The boots finally get it out only as far as player number 21 for Powelltown, Leslie Dinsdale, who kicks it down, but it's marked by number 1, Phil Smith of Seville. He decides to change the tack and take it to the far side where Jamie Sangster's leading out. Oh, good shepherding behind by the Seville player. Good hard shepherd, but number 12 comes flying through. Daniel Armstrong picks it up and kicks it down towards the flank there, where Graham Briggs again picks it up, as I said, doing some good work early on. Kicks it to the centre half back position. No one can take a mark. They soccer it off the ground again. In comes Seville. Oh, another good knockout. The tackling's been terrific so far. Bumping. Good fair bumping. Player number 1 there, Phil Smith, kicks it up. Gets smothered. Gets pushed out to the far side there. They're still paddling along. Oh, a very scrambly passage of play. Daniel Armstrong trying to get it out there, but can't quite make ground, and it gets forced over the boundary line right in front of the Powelltown crowd over there. Resplendent in their streamers and balloons. They've got the far wing covered, the Powelltown crowd. The ruck comes over the back. A little bit of shepherding off the ball there. Yes, it looked pretty ordinary from where I was. Number 12, Jamie Davison, wasn't happy with the attention he got, but he got the free kick. Handballs it in towards Phil Vaines. Picks it up. Handball comes out again. It's player number 5 there, James Ross. Oh, puts one right. It's a hospital pass. Right under the play was the full forward there. Couldn't do anything with it. Number 6, Roddy Briggs, the captain, clears it out to the far side. Player on his own. It's his brother, Graham Briggs. Gets the ball. Kicks it over, follows it up. He's been outnumbered though. Player number 1 comes in, Phil Smith, and kicks it down to the attack again. Plenty of jostling there. Oh, good play there. Knocks it over his head. Darren Horn puts his players and his team right in for a chance. Oh, big bump on player number 13 there. Down he goes. Luke Dobson went to the ground with a good bump. But, he kicked over. He was paid the mark. I don't know whether it travelled the required distance or not, but Seville player number 7, Matt Thompson, picked it up and snapped it through with a very clever left foot kick. Good quick play there. They didn't want to hang on to the ball for too long. They kept it moving the whole time. And a good snap by Matty Thompson ends up putting it through for a goal. So the game's panning out just the way we'd hoped it would. Goal for goal, point for point. 1-2 to Seville at the moment to 1-1 for Powelltown. Another infringement in the centre square. These ones are quite unnecessary. The umpire is signalling it's against Seville again. So two bad mistakes from the centre there. Could be costly for Seville. Powelltown's instantly into attack. He kicks it out in front of his player there. Player number 10, Drew Cummings for Seville, was wrapped up there. Goes in hard again. Oh, yeah, a bit of heavy work going on there. But he managed to wrap the ball up, so Drew Cummings did well then. Tied the ball up in the forward pocket for Powelltown. Good bounce by the umpire. Up they go. Knock out by the Seville player. Number 27, Damien Smith, but only goes as far as the boundary line. So we'll have another throw in on the half-forward flank for Powelltown. Grandstand side. In it comes player number 3, flicks it over the back, Dustin Pearson. Pearson to Eddie Abbott, kicks it down forward there. Looking for their forward. 17 picks it up. Colin Kerr does well. Kicks it out to the far side. He's looking for a blue jumper. Can't find one at this stage. Number 18 making good ground there. Tim Parker puts himself in. Tries to wrap the ball up. The umpire's picked out a free kick. And I think it's gone to Tim Parker. Yes, he's covered in mud there. I think he must have got one in the back and ended up with his face in it. So did well. Kicks it up towards player number 2. Got himself into position there. Darren Horn couldn't take the mark. Oh, kick off the ground there. Looked like there was hands on the ball. Yes, the umpire's picked it out. And it'll be Powelltown to go back into attack. Playing the far side in front of the bowling green there. Oh, the big fella for Seville goes up. Number 9, Clint Cooper. Big, strong mark. Big, strong fella. Decides to centre it. It's going to land in the centre circle. Bit of holding going on there. Yes, we can pick them out. They're very easy free kicks at the moment the umpires have had to contend with. The player number 22, I think that is Phil Baines again. Been in a lot of the action. Out comes the big full-back. Good play. Oh, look out. He's made a mess of it. He's put down there. And I think they've turned it over. Bad play in the end. Phil Baines goes up to Darren Horn. Darren Horn picks it up. He spots his player. We'll pick him up in a minute. Oh, easy goal. Terrific play. 18 it was. Tim Parker. Now, Tim Parker, we mentioned him only a matter of seconds ago. Tied the ball up in the back line. As I said, covered in mud. Managed to get himself up into the goal square in a matter of about 30 seconds and kick a good goal. So the big player, number 9, yes, his teammates are just having a talk to him now. Peter Slade, the big full-back, been playing well, doing everything right, comes out, takes a good mark, decides to go for a bounce in the slippery conditions, couldn't take control of it, and all of a sudden it was turned over. Well, I think it was Phil Baines picked it up, kicked it on down there, where Timmy Parker picks it up and kicks a good goal. And the ball's gone in the river. We'll keep a track of the balls as the day goes on. Warburton notorious for eating balls. That's the first one that's gone in the river. So it's a brand new ball come out. Umpire Pullum comes in. Sun shining. Good atmosphere. Good bounce. The big ruckman for Seville puts his hands up. Number 9, Clint Cooper, couldn't get it out. A lot of holding going on there. I think young Wyman, the best and fairest for the league, is going to take the free kick from the centre of the ground. Spots his play. Oh, he's left unattended there. Looks like one of the Briggs. I'll pick him up. Number 6 it is, yes. Roddy Briggs, the captain. Oh, fancies his chances. I think he's just on the edge of the square, so it'd have to be 55 metres out. Yeah, it's very hesitant. I don't think he's going to make the distance. Going to go for a talk. Not a bad one either. If it clears the pack, it could be through. Oh, good mark in the back line there. Seville player read the ball beautifully and did well. Kicks it out to James Ross, who's taken the mark on the half-back flank. Number 7's making a lead. Oh, it's a good lead, but not a real good kick. Put him under pressure. Matt Thompson tried hard. Hits it out there. The Seville player, number 10, Drew Cummings, couldn't pick it up. But Powelltown back into attack, trying hard. No free kicks there. That's good play. Number 25, Kevin Beattie, picks it up, but the ball was well smothered by the Seville player, and it's going to be thrown in. Crowd just being told to get back the other side of the fence so that play can resume. Boundary umpire throws it in, clears the pack. Number 1, Wayne Cole, the vice-captain for Powelltown, comes in. Beautiful long kick, gives his forwards a chance. They can't make much of it though. Damien Smith there tries to pick the ball up, paddles it back there. Number 12 for Seville is Jamie Davidson, decides to push it through for a rush behind. Not a bad option under the circumstances. He was under plenty of pressure. He decided to force it through for a minor score to Powelltown. Full-back. Good lead there from player number 27, Damien Smith. Couldn't quite make it though. Full-back spotted him. I think it was Roddy Briggs picks it up there. Number 24 fell to ground. Jared Edwards couldn't take it, and the Seville defence has no trouble in clearing it out. Here he is, Wayne Wyman, going to be the player to stop as far as Seville's concerned. They're going to have to keep their eyes on him. Number 9 there, the big fella, Clint Cooper, did well to bring it around the wing side here, but it gets forced over the boundary line by Drew Cummings. Good football so far. Good clean open football. Plenty of skill being shown. Ruck work. No one could grab it. Player number 5 actually went backwards trying to get it forwards. James Ross there couldn't get it forward. Scrambly play here. Trying to force it out on the bottom of the pack is Brian Lovelock, the captain there. Gets it as far as player number 21 coming through. Leslie Dinsdale couldn't pick it up though. And the Seville defence once again working well from that centre half back area there. Puts it up towards the forward line. Can't do it. Oh, streaming play there. Number 23, Peter Snodgrass. Picks it up and does well. Wyman centres it. Who's he picked out? Oh, did well. Wayne Cole, the vice-captain, plays on. Puts a kick down, but there's the siren for the end of the first quarter, just before a mark could be taken. So a terrific opening to this game. Seville, 2 goals, 2-14. To Powelltown, 1 goals, 2 points. 2 behinds, 8 points. So 14-8 at the end of the first quarter. Right, well, here we go. We're just about ready to start the second quarter now. Players in position, just waiting for the goal umpires and the boundary umpires. Out they go. The goal umpires actually amended the scoreboard there. It's 2-3-15 to 1-2-8 now. So Seville's crept ahead by an extra point, but certainly nothing in the game at this stage. Steve Little to take the bounce. Big man on this side, Clint Cooper for Seville. Will contest it. Players ready. Steve Little comes in, bounce the ball. Down it goes, it's a good bounce. Up they go, no one really got an effective knockout there. Number 18 comes streaming through. Timmy Parker kicked the last goal there in the first quarter. Comes through but couldn't get it past young Wyman. Wraps him up. Brian Lovelock, the captain, picks himself up as well. Mark Pullum comes in. Another super bounce. The ground must be a lot firmer than we expected it would have been. Powelltown paddles it forward, but only as far as Phil Smith, who got tackled on the way through, didn't have the ball. Manages to pick it up and kicks it down beautifully, though, down to the forward line. Who's this coming through? Darren Horn. Played well in the first quarter. Swings it around. Could be a goal. I'm not sure whether it was tapped. The crowd likes it. It's a goal. Oh, he should be happy too. Darren Horn. Good goal on the run there. Kicked it clear of the pack and kicked it through for Seville's first goal in the first minute of play. Well, that was just the start to the quarter that Seville would have hoped. They're only a goal ahead, but now they're 2 goals ahead. And I think in this game, every score's going to be crucial. And there's umpire Mark Pulling just having a little chat to Richard DeSallo and Eddie Abbott, having a bit of a to-do on behind play. Nothing much in it. Bit of a mismatch in height there, but they seem to have calmed down. In comes the big fella again, Phil Smith. Does well. Thought it might have been infringed, but it's Briggs that picks it up, kicks it down there. Oh, got one a little bit high there. I don't think it was intentional. Damien Smith come in, took a good mark, got one around the chops by Roddy Briggs, and takes a free kick. Spots a player running through a spot. 3 players, but they can't do anything with it. Rather poor play there by Seville. There wasn't much talking on amongst them. Colin Kerr picks it up, kicks it around. About to kick it now, kicks it down, into attack for Seville. Big man, number 21, looked as though he pushed out Danny Plumridge. No free kick called though. And Powelltown defence picks it up, paddles it out to the far side where I think it's going to go out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Well, Seville have got their tails up now though. That early quick goal Clint Cooper hooks it over the back. First really decisive ruck knockout that we've had from the boundary throw in. Gets wrapped up by the players. The umpire, Steve Little, decides to come in. Now, he's picked out a free kick. I didn't see that one. Darren Horn, I think it is going to be the recipient of this free kick. Take it on the far side. I'm going to drive it with a mongrel punt. It was supposed to be a torpedo. Oh, one in the back. That was an easy one. Number 21, Danny Plumridge. Going to get a gimme free kick out of this one. Powelltown player obviously caught out of position, just cannon into his back. And it's Danny Plumridge going to kick from only about 25 metres out. You can call it directly in front from there. Oh, what a terrible kick. Oh, he hangs his head, yes. He's flicking his hand. I'm not sure what happened there. It just all went wrong. And it ends up scrambling through for a minor score to Seville. 3-4 to 1-2. 22 plays 8. Big fullback kicks it out, looking for Wyman, was initially making the lead, puts his hands down, nearly got them kicked off, he was saying. Still in there battling though. Seville moving into the ball. Powelltown, well, the ball must be greasy. They can't pick it up. Powelltown number 23, Peter Snodgrass, can't pick it up. Gets hit back though, and they're on a break again. Brian Lovelock, the captain, spots the player out there. Who is it? Number 13, Luke Dobson. Tries to make good of the ball. The big fullback doing some good work for Powelltown. Scrambles it along the ground. Number 9, Peter Slade. Oh, they're crying for ball. He's just hanging around over the ball. He won't knock it out. The umpires pick something out, though. A Seville player, player number 22, Phil Vaines, has been held, and he's going to take the free kick from the half-forward flank. I don't think he can make the distance, certainly not with that kick. He's up and under it. There was only one player wanted to go for it, Wayne Cole. But it's picked up here by 18. I think that's Timmy Parker. He's had a shot for goal. Could be second goal. It is. Good play, Tim Parker. Yes, well, several players are very happy about that effort, and so they should too. It eventuated out of nothing there. After a free kick on the half-back flank to, I think it was big Danny Plumridge. Centred the ball, off hands from Wayne Cole of Powelltown, and Timmy Parker picks it up and snaps through. Another good goal. His second goal about 7 minutes into the second quarter. Another super bounce by the umpire. In they go. Number 1, it seemed to take a long time to get rid of it. Phil Smith get ridden into the ground. It's down on the deck. All of a sudden, Briggs is into it. Number 2, Graham Briggs picks it up, hooks it around his body. He's looking for Daniel Armstrong. Couldn't make the ball, and it gets forced out on the far side for a boundary throw-in. Right in the far forward pocket for Powelltown. Boundary umpire Michael Allison-Jones puts it into play. Big Clint Cooper's there with Dustin Pearson. They're scrambling for the ball. A lot of heavy work. Number 1, Phil Smith for Seville. Kicks it out beautifully down to the flank there, but someone's been awarded a free kick. He decides to centre the ball. Number 26 on his own. Not good marking there. The big man, Mark Wales, disputes the man on the mark, but then gets told to play on, so he had to go with it and kicks into the man on the mark. Poor play. Should have just worried about taking the kick initially than worrying about the man on the mark. Let the umpire do that, and he's still having a word to the umpire. He's not happy. And unfortunately, the umpire was right there. But it's Powelltown are going to make the attack there. Player number 6 comes through. Roddy Briggs, the captain. Good mark. Now, you want to get it right up there. 15 out on this side. Eddie Abbott's calling for it. It's ignored. He goes for a torpedo. They're not coming off, though. It was a rather mongrel torpedo. Number 10, Drew Cummings, puts himself in front. Makes the ball the object and gets awarded a free kick for the mark. I think he would have been awarded because it was punched out of his hands after he had control of the ball. Kicks it out to this side. Timmy Parker playing well at the moment. Can't make it there though. Still in there. Oh, the boots go in again. Yes, the umpire couldn't see it from where he was. Good hard work. Who's this? Graham Briggs picks it up. He's got plenty of time to steady. Has a shot though. Slews off the side of his boot and goes through for a minor score. Once again, plenty of time to settle down and take that shot. But couldn't quite put the major score on the board. Going to have to get a goal soon, Powelltown, to stem this attack of Seville's. They've crept away to an early lead. They're going to have to play catch-up football now. Full-back for Seville. Good-looking kick. Briggs sets himself. Off hands, though. Big Cooper forces it down, does well. And it gets forced over the boundary line. Yes, Clint Cooper be set upon there by young Abbott. Has a bit of a laugh about it. Gets back to the serious part of the day. It's the football. Good knockout. Had his eyes on that ball. Big thump. Goes down towards Abbott. Oh, good use of the body there by Abbott. Good knock. It just gets forced out of bounds. Right in front of the crowd here, in front of the grandstand. On the true wing position. Right in front of the coach's box. Up it goes. Good hard work by the Powelltown ruckman there. Managed to beat Cooper at this stage. 18, Timmy Parker comes in. Manages to get his handball away. Good play. It was that player number 10, I think. Drew Cummings manages to force it out to James Ross, who kicks it down, but the Powelltown defence is strong. Kicks it from one edge of the square to the other. It's overheads. The little man, 25, picks it up, does well. Kevin Beattie kicks it around, gives his full forwards a chance. Number 12's down there, Daniel Armstrong. Oh, yes, holding the ball. Oh, the crowd roared for that one. Glorious tackle. Did everything right. Followed up the ball and gets the free kick. Wyman flies. Couldn't make it, though. Good work. I think it's hit the behind post. It has. So it'll be called out of bounds and a throw-in. So a super tackle on the far side there. Brought Phil Smith to the ground. He lost possession of the ball. And from the resultant free kick, all of a sudden it's right in front of the Powley goal. Seville does well. Kicks it out. The big man moving. Oh, no, it's a free kick. Someone interfered into the back of James Ross, and James Ross plays on quickly out to the far side, spots his player, number 22. Phil Vaines kicks it over his head. Couldn't quite control it, but manages to pick it up well. Might even go for a touch. He's gone for one touch. He's got plenty of blue jumpers around him. Goes for the big kick. The full forwards are set. They move in. No mark can be taken down there. I think Powley might be happy to push it through. No, they don't. They bring it around. Wasn't a good option. Timmy Parker sets from a standing start, kicks it down, doesn't make the distance. They're fighting for it there. Must be very heavy on that far side. It looks very wet and watery. The ball's not moving along the ground very much. Plenty of players going in hard. Umpire's going to have to do something here. Oh, yes, he decided to ball it up. The crowd's yelling and screaming. It's very hard to pick up the players over there. I couldn't see anything in it, but the umpire, Mark Pullen, decides to come in and ball it up. Ball goes to ground, streaming out of the back line. Powelltown player kicks it up towards the wing there. Number 12 for Seville it is, takes a good mark, Jamie Davison. And he's played on around the mark. No one putting pressure on him though. Puts the big drop punt up to the centre half forward position, where it's picked up by Mark Wales. Whaler kicks it out to the flank and it gets forced over for another boundary throw in. We're about 10 minutes into this quarter, halfway through the quarter, the second quarter of this under 18s grand final. Oh yeah, the Powelltown player there, I think it was Abbott, seemed to go in very hard on the Seville player, and it's deemed that he put his foot over the mark whilst the player was going to take the kick, and because his foot was over the mark, which actually stopped him from taking the kick, it's going to be a 50-metre penalty, which should just about line him up right on the goal line, in which case umpire Little will drag him around directly in front. Yes, umpire Little's making it very clear exactly what happened there. And player number 8, Richard DeSallo, moves in and kicks Seville's 5th goal. So it's a very handy break now. Yes, the umpire was very clear in his instruction there from the goal line that the Powelltown player, I think it was Eddie Abbott, had moved in on the mark and actually put his foot right over the mark, and that was the reason why the ball was smothered. So he was given a 50-metre penalty, which gives Seville their 5th goal. So the score now is 5-4 plays 1-3, so it's quite a decisive lead that the Seville team has opened up at about the 11-minute mark of the second quarter. Mark Pullen moves in. Beautiful bounce. No decisive knockout again. It's been pretty even in the ruck duels in the centre. Trying to get it out there is young Abbott. Gets a little kick out, but the Seville defence stands strong. And number 22 moving towards the ball, Phil Vaines. Tries to get it out from the wing area there. Lots of players being held. All of a sudden the Powelltown players come free, but kick over the heads. Oh, I think it's still Abbott. Yes, he's still got it. Looked as though he was tripped. Yes, and he's going to be given the free kick for a trip. So Abbott's going to move back. Oh, not a very good kick. No, went straight to player number 1, Phil Smith, who took an easy mark low to the ground. Plays on around the mark, kicks it down over the centre. Number 2 goes up, Darren Horn. Couldn't quite make the mark. He's still in there fighting hard, though, getting a lot of attention. Out it comes the Powelltown player. Looked as though he was tripped that time. But eventually it's Seville that kicks it forward to Timmy Parker. There he is, that man again. He's taken a shot for goal. I think it's just gone to the left-hand side. Unlucky. So Richard DeSallo in the play there, kicking it down to where Timmy Parker picked up the ball and had a shot for goal, but just screwed it to the left-hand side. Richard DeSallo hurt his leg in that passage of play there, having a bit of a limp around. I think he'll be all right, though. Knocked to ground, 21, Danny Plumridge picks it up, tries to do too much. Still trying to do too much, gets ridden into the ground right in the back, but no free kick forthcoming. Someone off hands. It could have been Timmy Parker again by the looks of it. No, it wasn't, because Timmy Parker was just in that passage of play there. I'm not sure who it was. Player number 2, I think Darren Horn. It looks very similar to Timmy Parker. Managed to get that ball down towards him where it was off hands and through for another behind for the Seville team. So Seville certainly have the majority of the scoring. It's 5-6-36 to 1 goal 3-9. So you'd have to say that's a substantial lead at this stage during the second quarter. Powelltown want to pop on a couple of goals late in this second quarter, going up the hill to give them a chance in the third quarter. Oh, good strong mark out there. The fullback, Peter Slade, kicked it out, and Roddy Briggs, the captain, took a very good strong mark. Good intelligent play, plays on. Abbott goes out to afford a Shepherd. Didn't quite get to the man, though. Oh, kicks it down. There's his brother, Graham Briggs. He's got it. Kicks it around very intelligently, looking for Wyman. Wyman, they're going to have trouble getting it off him. Good play. Drags the player off it. He didn't want it. So Wyman, whilst he couldn't get the ball, certainly dragged the player off it, made the most of the situation. The ball gets forced out right in the forward pocket for Powelltown. So this was just what Powelltown wanted. 2 or 3 kicks from the back line, and they've got it right in front of goal now. Wyman scouting the pack, waiting for the crumbs, comes out towards him there. He's in there, he's being held. I couldn't see him with the ball. The crowd's calling for a free kick, nothing forthcoming. Number 10 puts his boot to it. He couldn't get it through, though. Scrambly play. Oh, good tackle by number 8. Beautiful tackle. And a play on advantage. Oh, and down goes the Seville player. The umpire thought about playing a downfield there, but pulled the whistle back and decided to let the play go on. Player number 13, Jay Togo, in there, but there was a Seville player interfered with in the back, and he just dropped the ball down. It should have been another 50-metre penalty. 22, Bill Vaines picks it up. Yes, well, the ball's just being dropped to the ground. You're not allowed to do it. You've got to give it back to the player on the full. The umpires are going to have to pick up on that. Forced to the far side. It's still in front of the Seville goal. Oh, in goes the big fella, the big full-back, but it's picked up, and a quick snap from the Seville player there. We'll pick him up in a minute. I'm just looking to spot his number, but it was a very good snap off the pack there. Don't tell me it's Timmy Parker again. Yeah, it's a very easy goal off hands there. The Powelltown defence had it covered. But off hands, the little Seville player, I'm still trying to pick up his number there, came running through and with a very quick snap had plenty of time to put it right through for a major score. So it's 6 goals 6, 42 points to 1 goal 3, 9 to Powelltown. So it's turned into a bit of a procession at the moment, as Wyman picks it up and kicks it to the far side. Briggs moving in, seems to have plenty of time. Hawks one player, handballs it over the top. Good intelligent play. Number 10, Robert Wind, comes through, kicks it down. It's got to be a score, but which way is it going to go? Gets forced through by Damien Smith for a minor score. So once again, the Powelltown team able to get it down there very quickly, but not able to convert for a major score. Damien Smith kicks it out. Oh, I was going to say, nearly lucky to find his player there, but he put it to ground. The Powelltown players can't handle the greasy ball. He's still in there trying, the young fella. Gets in amongst it there, makes the most of it. Oh, 24, burst out of the pack. Oh, it's smothered though. Jared Edwards couldn't get it. It gets handed on to Briggs. Briggs hooks it around. It's got to be a goal. It is. Well done. Just what the Powelltown team needed. Very good goal there to Graham Briggs. Ran around, snapped it on his right foot. And that's really given them a bit of heart. So the Powelltown side moving, getting their second goal. We've played 5, 10, 15, about 17 minutes into this quarter. So just as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, Powelltown needed a couple of quick goals to stay in touch with the Seville side before half-time. The ruck work, Scrambly, several players on the bottom of the pack. Look, the Powelltown players are going to have to realise that if they want the free kicks, they're going to have to get in first. Seville's being first to the ball and getting a lot of easy free kicks. And they're all there, but they're easy free kicks if they want them. Oh, good fingertipper there by number 3, Dustin Pearson. Stretched out, made good of it. Looking for the big fella. I think it's Wales there. Oh, lovely mark. I'd pay it. My word, good mark. Wales spots a man. Does it well. He runs on. Oh, takes him on. Good play. He takes a kick. He gets a push in his back for the trouble. I think the umpire's picked it out, but I don't think it's going to matter. It's not. It's a goal. Good play. Well, there you go. There's the two goals that they needed just before half-time. We'll pick that Powelltown player up. The camera's on him now. We'll pick him up in a second. Number 24, Jared Edwards. Very good goal. Just what the Powelltown side needed. And they're pretty happy about it. They've got a bit of a run on. It'd have to be 18, 19 minutes down. I don't know if they've got time for another goal. Glorious bounce by the field umpire there. Up they fly. And it's Briggs again out of the centre. Through he goes. Who can he pick out this time? It's overheads. It could be another goal. I think it is. It is. Good goal to Powelltown. They're pretty happy about that. I think it was the big fella Briggs again from the centre. Graham Briggs, well, 2 goals to him in about 30 seconds has set the crowd and the team alight. A lot of Seville players standing with their hands on their hips wondering what's going on, but they're going to have to get back into this. They're going to have to stem this flow from Powelltown. And certainly a couple of super passages of play there by number 2. Graham Briggs has put Powelltown right back into this contest. 6-6 to 4-4. Only a couple of goals behind after saying they didn't have time for another goal. They kicked one and forward they go again. Oh, Briggs is coming out. He's marked it. Roddy Briggs, the captain this time, and the way they're playing, I think he might be able to kick it up the hill. They're playing with plenty of confidence. Oh, he's gone for a short pass. Oh, poor play by the Seville team. Who's that? Robert Wind, I think, decides to play on. That was poor play. He'd done the right thing. He'd found the hole, made space into the hole, taken the good mark. He was only about 20 metres out and for some reason decided to play on. Couldn't make the play and has forced it over the boundary line for a throw-in. Shane Warner, the boundary umpire, big throw. Whaler and Cooper doing well, beating him in the ruck duels there. Gets it out to the side there. Blue jumpers coming around. I think it's Timmy Parker goes to ground. There's a clash coming on here, and there goes the siren for the end of the half. And what a good second quarter that turned out to be. Seville certainly got the ascendancy there. They were something like 5 goals ahead. But just in the last 2 or 3 minutes of that quarter, Powelltown came back and kicked 2 goals through the agency of Roddy Briggs, Graham Briggs, I should say, player number 2. And then all of a sudden they're right back in this game with a big chance. The sun's still shining. Powelltown will be kicking downhill, down to the right-hand side of camera for the third quarter, and it should be a ripper. The scores going into half-time. The Seville side is 6 goals, 6-42 to Powelltown, 4 goals, 4-28. Well, welcome back everyone. We're here ready to start the third quarter of this under-18s second division grand final. Seville leading at this stage 6-6-42 to 4-4-28 to Powelltown. Everything's in readiness for the start of the third quarter. The premiership quarter. Powelltown will be kicking to the right-hand side of the camera down the hill, which has been the scoring end, so certainly whoever does well in this third quarter will be hot to trot for the last. Everything looks in readiness. The sun's shining, the ground's drying out all the time. Umpire Fulham holds the ball up, puts it down, up it goes. Big ruckman Cooper comes in. Another good knockout was interfered with there. Yes, number 1, Wayne Cole, the vice-captain, was too late to get to him. Interfered with him. It's the big man, Cooper. Going to kick it from the centre of the ground. Kicks it straight up the ground too. Powelltown leading out. Can't take the mark. Timmy Parker moves in there, in front, to be pushed in the back. Didn't get the free kick, but it gets cleared away by number 24. Jared Edwards kicks it out to the wing, where the Powelltown player has marked it. Kicks it down to a good lead. Wyman, I think it is, leading out there. Or is it Abbott? Abbott, it is. Puts the ball to ground once. Oh, I think he's kicked the goal. He has. Oh, superstar by Powelltown. Yes, it was Abbott streaming down that far flank there. Did everything right. And managed to kick the first goal of the third quarter for Powelltown. Just picking up, was that Eddie Abbott or Dennis Abbott? 15 or 16, Bob, could you see there? Oh, here's one of the other Abbotts moving up the ground here. And I know it wasn't him, so as soon as he turns around and get his number, that's 15, so I think it was 16, Dennis Abbott. Kicked that very good goal for Powelltown.
David Wirapanda.
Oh, I beg your pardon, I've just been picked up. Number 5, David Wirapanda. Thank you very much. Picked up by the gentleman in the crowd there. David Wirapanda kicked that goal. Up it goes. Oh, a little nudge out. Flicked over the back there by number 2. And forced through for a point to Seville. So my mistake there. David Wirapanda it was on the far flank. Beautiful play to kick that last goal for Powelltown. Fullback kicks out to the far side. Coming up much too early there, but number 1, Wayne Cole, vice-captain, good mark in front of a big pack. Kicks it down towards the wing. The lead's on there. No one can make much of it though. Number 1, Phil Smith for Seville. Moving in there, still contesting the ball. Picked up one-handed very well by Dustin Pearson. Handballs it over to a pack of Seville players. They're trying to clear it out. Very scrambled it is. Number 16 in there. This time it's Dennis Abbott. Flicks it out to the side there. Seems to be getting held rather high there, looking for the free kick. Yes, they're appealing for the free kick. No free kick forthcoming. And it'll be thrown in on the wing on the far side. Then it comes from Shane Warner. Out over the back. Number 8 fighting for it. Richard DeSallo gets flicked out. Number 22 through his legs. Picked up by Powley. They're looking dangerous again. All of the Seville backmen slips, but it makes good the mark. Damien Smith. Good mark in defence there. Tries to play the far side. Oh, it's a mongrel punch kick. Oh, the player gets wrapped up pretty well though, and it's Briggs. Moves it down. Wyman's got the front position. Can't do it. Number 3 picks it up again. That's Dustin Pearson. Hooks it around. I think he's kicked the goal. So all of a sudden, Powelltown are alight. Dustin Pearson kicks his second goal. They're only 3 or 4 minutes into this second quarter. And all of a sudden, the scoreboard's ticking over. I think it's 6-7-43. I think you'll find it'll be 6-5 to the Powelltown team as soon as it comes up. 6-4-40. So it's only a 3-point game. About 4 minutes into this third quarter. Powelltown, as I said, would have to do well, kicking to the right-hand side of camera. And they've certainly done that, posting the first 2 goals. So super play by the Powelltown team. The Seville team is going to have to tighten up their defences. This man's been doing everything he can. Cooper gets another tap out from the centre. 22, Phil Baines taps it along the ground, comes back to him. Held after he's gotten rid of the ball. Timmy Parker gets a lot of attention. He's still got the ball though, so it had to be dropping the ball. 21 picks it up. Good play on play. Leslie Dinsdale kicks it down, but only as far as where Phil Smythe marks it at centre half back. Swings it this side, looking for the big man. Phil Baines doesn't let him down. Good kick. Gives the forwards a chance. A big pack flies. No one can get... Oh, spinning out beautifully was number 7, Matt Thompson, that gets ridden right into the back. The crowd didn't like it too much, but I thought it was a very good decision. Out to player number 14, who unloads, but only kicks it through for a minor score. Brian Lovelock, from that pass, had plenty of time, dropped it onto the boot, but couldn't quite score a major there. So the Blues have done the right thing. They've got it back here. They've attempted to get a major on the board to stem this flow by the Powelltown team, but they couldn't do it. That looks like Get these two players mixed up before. I'll pick him up in a second, but beautiful pass and beautiful lead to Darren Horn. Did it all too easily. Very poor checking by the Powelltown defence. Whilst the Powelltown forwards are kicking goals, the Powelltown defence still has their job to do. And it must be to tighten up on these leading men. It was Timmy Parker. Put it to Darren Horn. Darren Horn kicks though, and certainly the kicking's letting them down at the moment. That's 6 goals 9 to 6 goals 4. So you're going to have to start being a little bit more accurate. They've had 5 more scoring shots, but they haven't been putting the score on the board. Beautiful mark there. Number 21, Leslie Dinsdale. Plays on around the side. He's got it from centre-half back to centre-half forward. On the flank, they're fighting for it. This is number 5 again. Wirrapanda kicked that last goal. Fighting for it. Not much eventuating out there. The umpire's going to have to do something. Oh, in they go hard there. But it's been forced out for a boundary throw-in on what we would call the half-forward flank for the Powelltown side, right in front of the bowling green, far side. In it comes. Cooper and Wayne Cole doing the ruck work. Number 22, Phil Baines, taps it along rather cleverly. Trying to make something of it here is the Powelltown side. Eventually it's gotten out, I think, by Abbott. Down towards the half-forward position. Oh, good, clever play there. Who's that? James Ross. Did well. Spots the man out on this side. Timmy Parker, number 19, Andrew Lawrence. Spins around, spears it in, but only as far as where Jay Togo takes a mark. Just on this side of the centre of the ground. He's hurt his leg a bit. He played on though. Kicks it down towards the centre-half forward position. It's off hands. Timmy Parker does that. Oh, tackle. Yes, beautiful tackle. Will he let it go? He has. That was good umpiring there by Little. And Roddy Briggs picks it up. I think he kicked the goal. He has. Super play. Roddy Briggs, the captain, his first goal out of some super play. Timmy Parker had the ball and was tackled beautifully, got slung around, didn't have a chance to put on his boot and just dropped the ball on the ground. Roddy Briggs, seizing the opportunity, swooped on it, picked it up and kicked a good goal from about 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle. So from a deficit of 14-odd points at half-time, all of a sudden the Powelltown team are 1 point up. So it's been a good third quarter so far. We've played about 10 minutes into this quarter. Cooper gets another knockout. Number 17 there, Colin Kerr taps it out, but only as far as Wyman. Wyman spots the leading player, but the kick wasn't good. But he follows it up. He's still in it there. Phil Smith decides to paddle it out, but gets one a little bit high from Wyman. So I think you'll find it'll be Phil Smith getting this free kick. Half-back flank. Wants to bring it over this side. He's signalling for his players to lead out to the far side there. Over they go. Wyman looks to have the sit and puts down what I would consider to be a pretty easy free kick. Follows up with a beautiful tackle which gets rid of the ball from the Seville player. In they go. Knocked over there. Still trying very hard. Powelltown force it out to the far side. It'll be over the line for a boundary throw in. And it comes. The knock once again by Cooper. He'll be knocked up getting hit outs from the ruck. Nothing eventuating though, so Steve Little going to ball it up again. We'll see if he bounces it or throws it up. He's bouncing, so it's definitely drying out. The ground's drying out as the day goes on. Number 1, Wayne Cole, the vice captain, gets up there. Here's this man again, Phil Baines. Did well, beautifully smothered. All of a sudden, Powelltown's got their running players going again. Down it goes very quickly. Oh, a big pack. They spoilt themselves. The big man from Powelltown picks it up. It was Wirrapanda behind there, I think, and the fullback for Seville manages to patch up, and it kicks a terrible kick. This could all come undone. Oh, he tried to get it out there to player number 5, James Ross. He couldn't, though. Oh, there's a lot of holding going on. No free kicks forthcoming. In they go. Seville's got it. They're still trying to make amends for that poor kick a couple of seconds ago, and they're lucky that they didn't get it turned over and a goal kicked out of that. So the Seville defence a little bit rattled at this stage. No need for that short pass across the goal mouth. There they come. I think that could be Phil Smith out there. Hard to pick up. He kicks it around well. Oh, all of a sudden bursting through the pack there is Rodney McLean. Picks it up there, and he's kicked it to his Powelltown forward man. And I'll try and pick him up now. He's signalling that he wants to have a go. This could be Wirrapanda again. Whoever it is, I think he's kicked the goal. He has. Very good goal there. He just checked, I think. When he turns around, we'll find that that's David Warburton, who kicked that beautiful goal just a short time ago, and he's put another one on the board for the Powelltown team. So Seville are going to have to stop the rot here. Powelltown's got to run on. They've kicked 4 goals this quarter, and they've been playing about 12-13 minutes, so there's still plenty of time to go. I'll see you shortly, just after this game, all right? Good on you. Down goes the ball there. Number 7 clears out. Matty Thompson picks it up towards the half. Oh, out they come. No talking now with the Powelltown players. They didn't quite know what was going on. Number 17 decides to handball it through. And when you think about it, it probably wasn't a bad option. Rodney McLean knew that he was under a lot of pressure and decided to put it through for a minor score. Not a bad option, really. Gives a chance for the big fullback, Peter Slade, to kick it out to a big pack. All hands on it there. No one paid the mark. Oh, quick handball there by Briggs. Onto the running player, Jared Edwards. Kicks it down. Oh, big jump there. Beautiful mark. I think this could be the other Briggs. Spots the man coming down. Oh, he's going to get nabbed, is he? No, he manages to unload, but couldn't quite do exactly what the play had set up to do. It's back to him, though. He gets a third chance. Might have even been grabbed by the hair there as he goes down. There's a bit of a tussle on behind play. He didn't like the tackle, but play goes on. Briggs looks as though he's tripped from where I'm standing, and it's been deemed that way by umpire Fulham. So Powelltown looking dangerous here. Graham Briggs it is. Kicked 2 goals. Spears it up there. Looks like a good, strong defensive mark. Phil Smith up on the back line there. Wind sprung up to find out which way it's blowing. I think it's blowing to left of screen. Should help Seville. 16 bursts through the pack. Good play there. Very scrambled. Very scrambling play. Apply a little kick out, a free kick. 1-2 high. Hard advantage. Phil Smith again. But that was a little bit late, but Wyman manages to take the free kick. The mark, I should say, plays on cleverly. I want to keep the ball moving here. Oh, it's a lead out. I think it's Briggs again. Playing a super game. Beautiful lead. Out to the side, Roddy Briggs this time, the captain. Leading out beautifully. Takes a big, strong mark. Be about 35 metres out. As I said, though, he's kicking into a bit of a breeze now. You can see the ball holding up noticeably there. Oh, testing in front, though. Oh, the big man, I think it could be Wales. Yes, Mark Wales, or Whaler as they call him, has taken a good mark, only about 10 metres out. Shouldn't have any trouble at all in kicking this goal. Now umpire moves across. It looked like a pretty ordinary kick. Oh, dear. Well, that was one that they had marked up on the scoreboard before he'd even kicked it. The windsock onto the microphone, because as I said, the wind sprung up noticeably here. So the windsock goes on the camera. And we resume play with a free kick going to David Wirapanda. Pretty sure it's number 5 there. Yes, picked himself up. David Wirapanda has a chance to kick his 3rd goal. So with Powelltown leading here by 7 points and the chance to kick another goal, things are looking rather ominous for Seville. We've also got the rain falling now, a slight shower, so this certainly isn't going to help Seville's chances. David Wirapanda moves in. Oh dear, he never moved in with any conviction there. Really just poked at the ball rather than it through. Chance went begging there for the Powelltown team. Fullback, Phil Smith. Kicks it out. Oh, gee, number 24. Jared Edwards takes a beautiful mark in his fingertips. Just when the rain comes to see him make the ball a bit breezy, they go and take a mark like that. He's been called to play on. He must have moved around the mark there. Umpire called him to play. It took a long time to get rid of the ball, and he's been penalised. Well, that was a bad mistake. Had plenty of time to set up that play, to walk around the mark and play on. He was pinged for it and ended up getting held with the ball. So a turnover to the Seville side. I've got to do something soon. Move it out to the far side there. I can't quite make that play. I think it might be number 10 moving out there. Drew Cummings forces the ball over the boundary line for a throw-in. I think it was Drew Cummings there. Rain falling slightly, just a shower. Wind sprung up, definitely moving right to left of your screen. So Seville, whilst the rain's not going to help their cause, the wind is. Timmy Parker kicks it to a very, very open forward line. Number 9 moving out. They didn't want it though. Oh, scrambling around. Their chance here for number 7, Matty Thompson. He gets put out of the contest. He's back in there though. He's in first for the ball. That's where you've got to be in these breezy conditions. Oh, a push in the back there. Not paid. Another push in the back. This time he's got it. I thought he might have missed the first one, but the second one was definitely there. And number 2, Darren Horn. He's kicked one goal. Going to kick from about 20 metres out. But, oh no, he's put it out much too far to the right. I think he might have been hoping that the wind might have sort of brought it back around, but it didn't. So another opportunity goes begging there for the Seville side, just when they wanted a steadier. Darren Horn was unable to convert. Play this time, he'll kick out. Number 16 puts himself in. Oh, buries his head down. Number 13 couldn't quite get out though. A lot of heavy work going on here. Big Cooper's in there. Umpire's going to ball it up. Up goes the ball. Umpire pulls beautiful bounce. Ball number 1, Wayne Cole. That's well gets out. He's being held. He's in front. Pretty much all of the way, especially after conditions are a little bit greasy. If you can get in front, you're going to get a free kick. The mark nearly taken by 27, I think it was Damien Smith. It's been deemed that he was interfered with anyway, so he's going to take the resultant free kick. 2 players out on their own here, number 7 and number 9. He spots one of them, but he couldn't control it. Matty Thompson, and over it goes over the boundary line and out of bounds, right in front of the grandstand on the wings position. Cooper lands on his head, lost out where the ball had gone to. Down it goes. Heavy work. 24. Beautiful tackle on him. Ball goes to ground. Number 19 from Seville tries to pick it up and kick it all at once. Andrew Lawrence goes out to the side there. James Ross is chasing after it. Gets it out. Does well. But I think it may be going out to the boundary once more. Yes, the Powelltown team aren't too interested in keeping it in. Bustling over the boundary line on the other wing. So it's gone directly across the ground. Rain's still falling. The wind is still there. Perhaps a 1 to 2 goal wind for the team kicking right to left, which is the Seville side. Setting themselves in the middle there. Ball still greasy. Can't take the marks that they were taken before. Sock it off the ground. Picked up by Seville. He picked up a very open forward line. Big field back. He's played in front all day. He's done well against the full forward. Manages to punch it to ground. 3 on 1 here. Red jumpers and shorts everywhere. Boots go in. Oh, I didn't like it either. Number 13 for Seville. Luke Dobson's going to get this free kick. He's trying to get their boots in and give it a bit of a soccer rather than pick it up. And 13 had his hands down near it, so he's going to get the free kick. Good looking kick. Looking for a jumper. Up he goes, but he couldn't take the free kick. Big fullbacks in there doing the hard work. Trying to jostle it out the side. I think this is Wyman coming around the side. He's checking it away. Kicks it down to where Briggs takes it to the mark. He's got the man running downfield. They're open. But he's going to get Nambu, perhaps a little bit late. So always looking. Briggs comes in to remonstrate. Yes, the umpire was quick on that. Steve picked it up. It was definitely a late tackle on the player, so it's going to be paid downfield. Number 16, Dennis Abbott. Kicks it down to where 26. Wales has the mark. He's looking for options. He doesn't like to have a go himself. He doesn't like the look of it. Kicks it up. Oh, the men fly, but they couldn't quite control it there. Number 3 is going to be nabbed. Dustin Pearson spills out to the side where David Warapunda is chasing after it, manages to keep it in, tries to get it back to the big man Dustin Pearson. Does so. He spears it back. A short kick out to the side there to the flank where the Powelltown player just gets it to his boot. It goes up in the air. Very scrambly play, and I think Seville's going to bustle it over the boundary line for a throw-in in the left forward pocket for Powelltown. And there the siren goes. Right on the 20-minute mark. And we'll check the scores at the end of that very vital third quarter to see that Seville are 6 goals 11. They kicked 5 behinds in that quarter. To Powelltown, 8 goals 6, 54. They kicked 4 goals 2. So there's the difference in the game. Seville managed to put on 5 behinds from 5 scoring shots, and Powelltown put on 4 goals too from 6 scoring shots. So we're set up for a great last quarter. Quarter of the under-18 second division grand final. Steve Little goes in, hauls up, it's a good bounce. No one gets an effective knockout. Big Cooper picks the ball up, swings it onto his left boot. Wyman wrapped right up, good tackle. Didn't have a chance to get rid of that, so it'll be balled up by Mark Fulham. Fulham, first bad bounce all day, it's loose out to the side. That's been a little bit greasy. Seville player tries to reap it off his opponent. Can't move anywhere. Fulham moves in to do a better bounce this time. Same bounce. Cooper takes it off Parker. Oh, gets ducked for his trouble. Yes, Warburton. Looked as though it was at the same time, but it was a very unglorious sort of dump. And player number 13 tries to pick it up and play on. Good option. Well done. Kicks it through for a goal. First into the play. Player number 13, Luke Dobson, kicks his first goal for the day and couldn't have come at a better time. And that mistake, with the tackle on Cooper being a bit crude and a bit ordinary, umpire Fulham didn't like it, paid it down the field, picked up very cleverly, very quickly by Luke Dobson, puts it through for a Seville goal. Well, it was just the opening that Seville wanted. Makes it 7 goals, 11.53 to 8 goals, 6.54. There's only a point the difference. And it looks like it's going to go right down to the wire, as has the last 2 games that these 2 teams have played. Steve Little moves in, puts it down. Cooper, knocked up getting ruck knockouts. Jamie Davison puts it out to the side. No one can pick it up. Number 24 running for the ball. Jared Edwards jumps on top of it. There's a scramble. Claims he got one a little bit high. Mark Fulham didn't see it. Nor did I. Comes in. He's going to ball it up on the far wing, right in front of the very vocal Powelltown crowd out there. Big Cooper comes in, gets another ruck knockout, gets forced out of bounds, and we're going to throw it in on the far side. And he'll support out that side of the Powelltown team. Michael Allison Jones, the boundary umpire, comes in, throws the ball in. Plenty of heavy work. First time he's beaten Big Cooper all day, Big Wales. But he does well. Gets a good knockout, but he gets picked up by Seville. Only goes as far as number 16, Dennis Abbott. Should go back, size up his options and go the big bomb here. And you must have heard me, he does just that. It's a bit of a tumble punt. Number 1, Wayne Cole, the captain, bit of a push out, tries to get it further forward, can't do so. Cooper picks it up onto his left boot, finds his teammate who decides to run on. Good option. Number 14, I think that was, Brian Lovelock, the captain, pushes it down. The power defence is under great pressure now, and Seville's relentless all through that. Comes through. Phil Baines does well, kicks a big bomb up there. Oh, a bit of a push out from here. No, nothing on. But someone's been held right in the goal square. Steve Little picked one out. It's going to go to Seville, number 7. Matty Thompson claims he was held in that passage of play, and he's going to get a free kick right from the edge of the goal square and should be able to convert here. Puts it straight through, no doubt about that one. Go for a free kick. Seville take the lead. They're 5 points ahead. Down to Matty Thompson. As I just said a couple of seconds before that, the Powelltown defence were under extreme pressure. Big Phil Baines managed to pick it up, bomb it into the goal square for a resultant free kick. The Sens Seville take the lead by 5 points. 8 goals 11, plays 8 goals 6. As the Powelltown replacement comes on, play after 20. Jay Edwards takes the field. There'll be plenty of moves being made shortly, I think, with the pressure on in this last quarter. Out it goes to the side. Big Baines. Again, done well all day. knocks it down. Timmy Parker, quiet in the second and third quarters, but certainly a star in the first. Kicks it out there where number 13's fighting for it. Luke Dobson gets picked up by Darren Horn, but I think he's run out of bounds before he kicked it. So it'll be a throw in by the boundary umpire, Shane Warner, half forward flank for the Seville team. So Seville into attack again. Their coach would be happy where the ball is at the moment. They've managed to jump Powelltown. 2 quick goals after being goalless in the third quarter. This quarter's only 4 minutes down. Managed to be cleared. Ooh, lucky there. There was 2 Seville players and the Powelltown player just happened to be in the middle there. Briggs, it was Graham Briggs, kicks a big bomb up. Up they go. Well scored by number 27. 24 moves in. Well, there were 3 goals up there. Jared Edwards and the free kick, put himself in front. The crowd's getting into it now, getting very close. Up goes David Wirapanda from the back, couldn't make the mark. Number 10, Drew Cummings that is, moves in but only kicks it as far as where Travis Wilson picks it up, kicks it down again. Wirapanda on hands and knees, struggling for the ball. Oh, I think this is one of the Briggs. Oh, fingertip. What play? He kicked a point. Oh, how could he miss from there? He did everything right and then he dropped it onto his boot. I'd love to see a replay of that one. I'm pretty sure that he tried to screw it off the side of his boot rather than straightening up and going for goal. And he was very disappointed as well as the rest of the crowd here. Damien Smith from the fullback spot takes a mark, decides to settle it down. Susan Leon. Oh, lovely mark. Yes. The other fella's guys have brought in a good mark in front of him. Yes, he wants to go for the goal and well he might. Goes to the talk. Didn't quite get onto it. Oh, a bit pushed out there, the Powelltown player. Not seen by the umpire. Wirapanda down in at the bottom of the pack there. Umpire Steve Little runs to the side to have a good look at what's going on, decides to ball it up. You've got to get out wide on these flanks here at Warburton and see what's going on in those packs. Little did just that. Up goes the ball. He pulls it back towards him a little bit, so it's brought back further into play. 14, Brian Lovelock, the captain, slews it out to the side and it's over the boundary line. So just enough time now for the Seville back line to regroup. Players are starting to get a little bit tired. The hands are starting to creep onto the hips. A couple of players bent double, catching their breath. It's been a good pressure game. This last quarter is going to be pressure all the way. The rain stopped. The wind is still slightly from that, but you wouldn't call it a real decisive advantage. Good knock. Not there. Good pressure. He's forced the ball out now. I think it's going to be Wyman. Right in front of us here. He's going to take the free kick. Now on the full. He wants to kick it down long again. He does. If they take a mark, they'll kick a goal from there. No, that wasn't a mark. That was a real crowd mark. He had it on his fingertips, but it had been off plenty of hands. And Steve Little couldn't have possibly called that as a mark. Roddy Briggs was tight. Didn't even think of claiming that. Certainly a crowd mark. Oh, the ruckman getting knocked up, moving into the ball very slowly. They're knocked up to these ruck drills. Down it goes. Number 17, lost it there. Parker, I think that was. Oh, cleverly over the top. It's back to Parker. Parker spots the man out on the side. Matty Thompson, he's kicked 2 goals. Can he kick a third? It's right in there. Oh, good play by number 16, I think that was. Dennis Abbott to palm it off onto the hands of the other Powelltown player. What a dream. Oh, what a player this fella's been today. Good mark, good strong player. Picks it up there, looking for number 3, Dustin Pearson. Can't make it. It's been forced out of bounds on the far side. 59 plays 55. It's only a 4-point game. Been playing about 7-8 minutes into this quarter, so still plenty of time. Now the umpire throws it in. Here's Wyman. Dangerous player at any stage, but certainly in this last quarter they're going to have to watch out for him. Goes as far as Phil Smith. Played a good game all day. Moves in the centre of the ground. Oh, hustled out. Joffrey, well done. The Cowley players are looking dangerous. He spotted the player that was running out here. There's it on the lead. Can they run it up? It's 2-on-1. 2 several judges. Number 8 goes forward and number 24. Under tons of pressure here, but managed to get out of jail. And that player number 13 looked as though everyone was on top of him. Luke Dobson, definitely a free kick. He's going to take it.
Gonna centre it. Oh, two. Oh, that was worth passing the play all day. There was two of them both looking at each other. And the umpire Pullins picked out a free kick here. He said that he had him a little bit too high. He seemed to have him by the jumper. Phil Baines it is. He's going to take this kick from on the edge of the square, so I would suggest that he's too far out to make the distance. He's kicking from about 40 metres with a slippery ball. In he comes. Good kick by Phil Baines. Up they go. Oh, beautiful mark going across the front of the pack. Roddy Briggs, captain. Good player all day. Kicks it out to number 17, Rodney McLean. Plays on, they've got the play running. It looks like Briggs by the leg warmers. There it is. Handballs it over the top. They've got the loose man working. Big bomb up there, looking for number 3. Plenty of jostling. David Wirapanda swoops onto it. Can't pick the ball up, and I think number 27 there, Damien Smith, for Seville, forces it out and over the boundary line. There's plenty of pressure on here at the moment. They've been playing 10 minutes into this last quarter. It's a 4-point game. Only a kick in it. Seville. Through Colin Kerr. Kick it out to the far side. Rebound football. The loose man that Powell had created is backfiring on them. I think that's a fresh man on the ground. Yes, definitely interfered with there. Well in front. 11, Dale Abbott. I haven't spotted him all day. He's pretty clean. I think he was just a recent replacement. Come onto the ground and taken a critical mark, I should say. And a good one. About 25 metres out. Oh, slews off the side of his boot. Could even be a mark there, I think. It has. The goal umpire, Jeff White, puts the hands behind the back and says, no, it's yours. The umpire's paid a mark right on the boundary line. Kicks it out. Number 24 wants to take off. Jared Edwards. Not allowed to do so. Goes back, takes the kick. It's going to land in the cricket pitch. Plenty of jostling again. Number 16 at the back, have it. Picks it up, couldn't get it clear. Timmy Parker doing hard work at the bottom of the pack. So was Damien Smith. They're trying to get it out. You couldn't pick a free kick out of that one. Mark Form's going to ball it up. A metre to the left of this cricket pitch there. Finds a hard spot. Up it goes. No knockout. Cooper, probably the best Seville player all day. Done a lot of hard work. Goes in. Still he dives on top of the ball. The umpire has said he's diving on top of the ball. He got it off the shoulder of the Powelltown player. A bit unlucky there. And Jared Edwards kicks it out to the far side. Powelltown player unmarked. Takes a good mark. Number 4, Travis Wilson. Wants to kick a big bomb. David Wirapanda calling for it. Wyman's there. Roddy Briggs. Oh, good mark. Switches the cell. Puts the big hands up. Takes a good mark in defence. Decides to play the far flank. Up goes Timmy Parker. Lovely mark. Been a good play. Been a bit quiet in the third quarter there, but certainly done his job for the day. Takes a good mark. Oh, big touch there, yes. That's what that should have been. Bang, there we go. Number 1, takes a resultant free kick. Up it goes. It's within scoring distance if they can mark. That'll be Briggs again. Lovely right-handed mark. Well, he's gone for a short pass. I don't know about the idea there, but he obviously thought that he couldn't put it through, so Roddy Briggs goes off to Graham Briggs, and Graham Briggs lays back on it and says it's a goal. Good goal. Umpire Schultes puts up the 2 fingers, and Graham Briggs gets his 3rd goal for the game. So it's nip it and tuck, goal for goal. Powelltown needed that one to settle them. Just check the scoreboard. I don't think Powelltown kicked a goal this quarter. I think that was their first goal. Kicked by Graham Briggs. Yes, Powelltown kicked 1, goal 1 this quarter. So it's 59 plays 61, a 2-point game in favour of Powelltown. Through they go. Big Baines, done some good work all day. Oh, that Seville player was a little bit slow in getting rid of the ball. Could have been Luke Dobson, I think. Was wrapped up pretty well by his opposite number 13, Jay Togo. And it goes to ground. Umpire Little throws it up this time. In the mud patch. Wyman over the top. Oh, bursting through, trying to burst through. Briggs can't pick it up. Flicks it out to the side. To the other Briggs. He's in there. No, it's going to be thrown up again. Plenty of pressure. James Ross in at the bottom of that pack. It's thrown back to the umpire.
Do a time check by me. They've been playing 12 minutes. Still plenty of time. Make that about 14 minutes, actually. Number 17 for Powelltown. Picks it up, Rodney McLean. Kicks it out to where 12. Daniel Armstrong takes the mark. Plays on. Well, I've got the running players going. Can he pick it up? He's been tackled. Good tackle. Out to Wyman. Can he make the most of this? He's trying. Gets paddled out to the side there. Powelltown doing all the attack here. Oh, and he's back. No, it wasn't picked. Wasn't picked, but he still managed to get up and take a kick. And it's Briggs again. Got it over the top. Number 20's running free. The new player on the ground. Can he get to it? He's a little slow. Oh, he's got a fortunate bounce. Oh, he's wrapped up. There's no free kick there. No, it's mine, says the umpire. Good decision.
Well done, David!
Number 20, Jay Edwards, ran onto that. Got a favourable bounce, but couldn't make the most of it. Oh, nearly bounces through for a goal there, but it gets forced through in the end by big Clint Cooper. And it's through for a point to Powelltown. Nothing in this game. Phil Smith about to kick it out. 27's loose here in the pocket. Damien Smith, the crowd can see him, I can see him, but the players couldn't. It's on down there, looking for their big man. Cooper doesn't let him down. Hands it off to 14, Brian Lovelock, the captain. He's got players running, he's got Baines, he's got number 7, Matty Thompson there. Kicks it off down, there's a player on his own at 13. It's Luke Dobson, kicks it in quickly. The player that had a chance for a goal before, the new player on the ground, couldn't quite get to it. It gets cleared, but only as far as the running player, number 17. Balks, slips, 21, takes a kick for goal, touched on the goal line, and it's through for a point. So a real let-off there. The crowd sees a sigh of relief as it was touched right in the last line of defence by number 9, Peter Slade, the big full-back. In he comes, kicks it out, good-looking kick, looking for the man in front, and that's where you've got to play in these dying moments. Wyman, Wayne Cole calling for it in the middle of the ground. It's 2-on-1. The Seville player, Phil Smith, sets himself, takes a good mark. Well done. Slews off the side of his boot. He's under plenty of pressure by Wyman. Wyman comes in to do the buttering up. Watch out for him. Here he comes. He's got his hands on the ball. He walks 1, 2. Hands the ball off to Powelltown. Powelltown are running with this now. Oh, he stopped. He walked back to Wyman. Good option. Wyman puts it on his boot. He's unloaded. It's hit the post. Well, wasn't that an exciting passage of play? Even Wyman smiling about that. That was terrific. All happened from the centre of the ground. He unloaded with a big torque, but could only hit the big post here at Warburton. Any other ground it would have gone through, I think, but those big posts stopped it. That's to hands again. Number 4 picks it up. Travis Wilson hooks it around his body. David Wirrapanda rides onto it, but it gets forced over the boundary line and out for a throw-in. We've been playing about 15, maybe 16 minutes now, about 4 minutes to go. 20 minutes, no time on these quarters. Briggs from the pack, unloads. I don't think it's there, we'll wait. It's only a behind. I think the Powelltown crowd and the Powelltown players were wishing that one through, but it must have gone right over the behind post. Young umpire there, Shorties, Mark Shorties in good position. Deems it to be only behind. Oh, one in the back there. I think umpire Paul kicked it out. Pretty obvious one. The player just ran in and edged him out of the contest. Not on. I think it's Big Briggs. Centres the ball. Wyman's loose. Oh, he tried to make a spectacular mark out of nothing there. He could have just taken it on his chest. All over him was player number 21. Yes, got to be a Seville free kick. Shouldn't be allowed to run on with that. Brian Lovelock, the captain, have to come about 10 or 15 metres, pick that ball up and drive it forward. 4 points of difference, handballs over the top. Not a bad option if he runs on with it, Richard DeSallo. He does. Unloads, big pack in the glue heap there. Little fella puts himself in front, can't take the mark. Number 13, Luke Dobson picks it up, hooks it around the side. Where's it going to go? Number 9, Peter Slade, the fullback, forces it through for a minor score. We're down to the last couple of minutes of this game now. Can only be about 3 minutes to go. It's exciting. Powelltown's holding a 3-point lead. Next couple of passages of play are going to be vital to this game. No free kick forthcoming. Look out, Powelltown's running loose with Briggs. They've created the loose man. On it goes to the other Briggs. He's got it. Number 2, Graham Briggs. Kicked 3 goals.
unloads with a big one there, looking for Dustin Pearson down there. Couldn't take it. Seville defence under plenty of pressure, under tons of pressure. Richard DeSallo could only manage to kick it out of bounds on the full. Wyman calling for it, centre half forward. He's got the sit up, he goes. No, he's too small from that position there. Big man's in front though. David Wirapanda right into his back. Unloads to 26. Big whaler. Unloads. Good mark in defence. Damien Smith. Got it there. Wants to play on to Timmy Parker. Does so. Timmy Parker kicks it defensively. Good defensive kick. It's going to slew out this side. Powelltown's got numbers. And there's a dog on the field. Well, that decision will be talked about for a while, I think. The Powelltown players had the run on. All of a sudden, a dog runs on the field. Play was stopped. The run on that Powelltown had has been stopped. Umpire Pullum puts it down, and it's gone out of bounds. Down to, I would imagine, the last minute and a half of this game. It's not even that. There's the final siren, and Powelltown have won. A 3-point game. I gave them about a minute to go. Not so. Powelltown have done it. Well, there's the boys that finished right in front of the crowd here. The crowd, the Powelltown players are ecstatic. Great game. They're all in there. Here comes the crowd from the far side of the ground. They're all going to get a piece of this action because that was a super game and a super win. Bad luck to Seville. They had the run on. They just couldn't quite capitalise in that last quarter there. They hit the lead early on and couldn't quite hang on to it. The Powelltown team, to their credit, came back and took out what was a super game of football. The final scores there is Seville, 8 goals 13, 61 points. To Powelltown, 9 goals 10, 64. And up goes the chant from the Powelltown Football Club right in front of the commentary position here. And there it is, a pretty elated Powelltown under-18 side taking out the grand final of the second division under-18 side against Seville by the narrow margin of 3 points. Graham Briggs, 3 goals. Dustin Pearson, 3 goals. David Wirapanda, 3 goals. Roddy Briggs, 1 goal. And Jared Edwards, 1 goal. And for the Seville team, Matty Thompson and Timmy Parker, 2 goals each. Richard DeSallo, 1 goal. Drew Cummings, a goal. Darren Horn, a goal. And Luke Dobson, a goal. And go over now for the presentations about to take place for the Powelltown team.